the KTM 390 Enduro R. Now this one is the fourth iteration of the 390 platform, and this motorcycle was launched last month, wherein we got to experience this motorcycle in the off-road environment that it is designed for. Now you can check out that video by clicking on the link in the description. And now, after testing its grit in the off-road environment, we have now ridden this machine on road to give you folks an idea of how this motorcycle performs in the urban environment and how this machine can double as your daily companion. But before we get going, if you are new to our channel, do subscribe to Car and Bike for the latest news, reviews and updates from the world of cars and bikes from Car and Bike. The KTM 390 Enduro R stays true to its hardcore off-road roots with a design that looks ready to jump straight into a rally stage. At the front, you get a minimalistic LED headlamp that's flanked by a short beak-style fender. The bodywork is slim and the ergonomics are off-road focused. The tank is narrow where it meets the seat, allowing you to easily grip the bike with your knees when standing on the foot pegs. The motorcycle features an underbelly exhaust and a long, flat single-piece seat, which adds to the bike's dual-purpose appeal. In terms of features, the 390 Enduro R doesn't disappoint. You get a crisp 4.2-inch TFT display that, despite its size, is well equipped. It comes with smartphone connectivity, turn-by-turn navigation, and a reduced display option, all of which can be controlled via a 5-way joystick on the left switch cube. Owing to its off-road credentials, the 390 Enduro R has got a tall stance with this dual-purpose look. And with that, you get a seat height that measures at 860 mm. Now that number might be a bit intimidating, but for riders of my height, which is 5'7", I'm able to comfortably get on this motorcycle. Yes, I am not able to completely flat foot, but I am definitely able to comfortably tiptoe, which gives me enough confidence to be on this motorcycle and maneuver it however I want it to be. You get a nice upright and commanding stance on this motorcycle, courtesy of the wide handlebar, which is slightly wider than the 390 Adventure, and these slightly rear set foot pegs. Along with that, you also need to notice is that KTM has given adjustments for the handlebar and pegs. At the front, you can move the mounts for the handlebar. You got 3 settings. Right now it's in the middle setting. You can move it a bit further or closer to you, and you can also change the angle of the handlebar as per your preference. For the foot peg, you can flip the mount for the foot peg, so you can change the position slightly, so depending on your height, so you can manage and you can figure out which riding position works out the best for you. Along with that, the saddle on this motorcycle is slim, but not as slim as it is on MX motorcycles. So you have enough cushioning, and along with that, the cushioning is soft but firm at the same time. So having said that, if you are riding for around 2 hours or so, you shouldn't have a problem with this machine. But beyond that, your butt will start to ache, so you will want to take a break after that duration of riding this motorcycle. As for the powertrain, the KTM 390 Enduro R is powered by the familiar 399cc single-cylinder engine, the same motor that powers the latest generation 390 Duke and Adventure. But here, it is tuned to feel more responsive lower down the rev range, putting out 45.3 cent bhp and 39 Nm. The torque comes in early, giving you solid grunt at low RPMs, which helps you get out of tricky terrains with ease. The 6-speed gearbox is slick, and with a slipper clutch and a bi-directional quick shifter, it's a combo that works perfect for on-road and surprisingly well off-road too. You can cruise comfortably at around 100-110 kmph, though beyond that, due to the inherent nature of dual-purpose motorcycles, the front end starts to weave upwards of 130 kmph. The 390 Enduro R's engine and performance package is all about accessible power, off-road readiness, and real-world usability. It might be intimidating in the beginning, but it is only a matter of time until you understand the true capabilities of the machine. Now, the 390 Enduro R might not possess canyon carving capabilities when ridden on tarmac, but that doesn't mean this motorcycle is any bit of a slouch. Despite the 2118 wheel setup and the dual-purpose tires, this motorcycle can comfortably take care of all of your daily riding requirements. In fact, the off-road focused suspension setup works in your favor as it irons out most of the bumps and undulations, leaving you with a nice and plush ride. And that, paired with the tall stance of this motorcycle, you get a nice topish view of the road that lets you plan your path more comfortably. And even if the road has to go bad, all you have to do is stand on the pegs and plow through it. Furthermore, the powertrain on the 390 Enduro R is exactly the same as it is on the Adventure. But over here, you get a slightly larger rear sprocket, which makes this motorcycle more tractable and easier to ride at slow speeds. Also, the 390 Enduro feels more peppy and engaging to ride thanks to its lower curb weight and this exhaust note, which weirdly is the same as the Adventure but sounds more enticing and more engaging. That being said, let me give you a quick listen of the exhaust note of this motorcycle. Quite a nice exhaust note in my books for sure. Let us know in the comments what you think. Lastly, moving to the brakes and tires. The brakes have got a good bite, but it's not urgent, and at the same time, there is enough feedback at the levers to modulate the brake pressure. The motorcycle comes with Meta's Enduro Trail Plus tires, and these are designed for 60% road and 40% off-road use. And during our testing, we found the grip levels to be pretty good. No complaints about that. Sadly, we couldn't have a wet environment to test the grip levels in that scenario. But on dry weather conditions, we have no complaints as such with the rubber.
At Rs 3.37 lakh, the KTM 390 Enduro R positions itself between the 390 Adventure and its X variant in the KTM range. Meanwhile, in terms of competition, its closest rival is the Kawasaki KLX 230 and then the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450.
While the KTM 390 Enduro R will always feel more at home in the dirt, it manages to surprise with its road manners. The ride is firm but not punishing, and the lightweight chassis offers agility that many road-focused motorcycles will envy. It's not your typical commuter, but for the rider who lives for weekend trails and doesn't mind taking the longer way back home, the 390 Enduro R makes for a compelling case as a dual-purpose weapon.